So as you see, we have 180,000 gold. We started out with 400,000. That's the amount we started out with. So, what next? Well, you can see that we are making gold. We are making quite a bit of it. We just spent a large chunk of it expanding on our roads. So if you see that, it's completely fine. You need to build your roads. Roads are very important because these trade routes are dependent on having good quality roads. The better the road, quicker the route. Quicker the route, the more you can get trade going and flowing. So you can see that some of these routes are going to be better. These routes suck right here, but they're needed because they're only access to the city. So you're going to need that. This one was so slow that traders would go from here and they'd go back this way. So improve this road, make it worth traveling. That is the thing you're going to want to worry about. Roads are great. And just in that little short minute or two I was explaining this, I'm at 305,000, 315,000. We were at 175,000 earlier. So we are making gold quickly. Extremely, extremely quick.
As good as done.
Last thing we want to do is get Gdansk. And that's going to be the end of the tutorial once we get to the Gdansk. So, 50,000. It's not deteriorating any bit, so it's fine. But we're going to want to give them wealthy, not wealthy, but a decent gift here. 60,000 gold. We have a lot of bricks, we have a lot of grain. 65,000. That's how little that meant. I only got me up 14,000. Or 65%. It only got me up 15%, and then it already deteriorated a little bit. And I spent a lot of gold. I probably spent about 112,000 or 110,000 gold. So, gold, grain wasn't worth it. So, fish. We'll go to fish. Why not? Fish was worth a lot, but it's also spent 58,000. Only go up about 11%, give or take. You're gonna have to spend a lot of gold to get here. Sometimes it's just beneficial to do that, but it's level 3 city, level 3, give or take 47,000 should work.
No, that won't do.
But oh, I didn't even pay attention to this. Your my offer wasn't good enough yet because it has to be at 95%. So I haven't been trading enough with Gdansk. Something you can do to remedy this: give them things they need. So, beer, bread, metal wares, cloth, pottery, coal, things they would love to have because they have none of it. Buying things they have an excess of, also something extremely beneficial there. So, let's grab a trader here. Yeah, we'll grab these guys. We'll
With pleasure.
take them here. We're gonna want to get this group of people over here. So that's fine. If you sell more than 2 barrels, you'll start losing money on certain buying or certain. You start losing money on certain purchases because the value of it's going down because they have a lot of it. So sell them 2 barrels of everything. They have more than that. Buy 2 barrels of things, because it'll in turn increase what they are, how much you want. But that's all I could buy. But that is how you create favorability among areas. That is how it will go up. Obviously, it's going up at a much slower rate due to the fact that I'm not going to the city as much, but it is going up, nonetheless. So,
as good as done.
We'll just go here and rest. I believe I should have a, place to train. At the meantime, something you also might want to consider: expand, grow, build, do things. The more you're building, the better. I know another way to kind of save on costs is to decrease the workload in something. Set production, or not set production. Forgot where exactly you do it. Oh, here, production tab. You could change the workload and efficiency. I try to avoid that as much as possible, purely because it's not worth it. It is completely not worth it because you're decreasing the value of your work ethic. It does save some gold in the long run, but at the end of the day, I've always found it's never worth it. I've always found it's never worth it. So I would just ignore that as much as possible. That is my recommendation, at least. You obviously don't have to listen to it, but that is my personal recommendation: is just ignore it because it's not worth ever. Sugar, bread, beer, pottery, cloth, whatever this is. I need to look at the wool. It's wool, and the metal, coal. Perfect. I need all of those. That's completely fine. Build those. Just in case they're not getting enough coal, which is completely fine because we just expanded our coal. But since we saw that, let's do another one. Wine. Wine's also very valuable, so expand wine when you need it. Coal. We need coal. Salt. I saw it. We need salt. But we've hit the maximum, so build a chapel. So you can no longer expand on that one. Bread and beer. We needed bread and beer. I just spent a ridiculous amount of gold, but the fact that I'm expanding my cities and just created a large amount of demand, it's perfect. Because now we need that. And by needing it, you're creating that demand. So your traders are going to be doing what they can to supply what they need to your cities. So also see I'm going to be working on these roads and maxing these roads out. I need metal wares to do it. So I'm going to get to work. Some of these cities might have it on hand already and they can immediately do it. Others will not, and you're going to have to manually trade the metal wares to them because the metal wares just simply might not be able to reach, say, Krakow and get to some of these other areas up here. Like Turo might not have them. That is perfectly, bitterly honest. Might not have them. They do, luckily, so they can finish this road. But they'll just sit there if they don't, and they'll just sit there and sit there and sit there until you can expand it. That's right. These cities are these roads are only becoming level 2, so that you'll, yeah. But yeah, boom. They just sit there. They did 11 wares, and it could be quite possible that these traders just sell the metal wares before they can get to the area they need to do it. Now, Warsaw is kind of a good example of an area that isn't producing metal wares. So, it might be a great idea just to get rid of them. Because they're not producing it, it's a wasted slot. They're not doing anything with what they're using. Let's try cloth. Cloth is, at the same time, I'm hesitant to do cloth purely because yarn or wool is coming from Gdansk. And it might not be enough. I mean, Kovno is also producing it, but other cities need it, so we'll try clothes at the moment. Might be a better investment. Gdansk might need to supply it, or Kovno might need to increase its revenue on it, or share on it. Either way, we need it. So, we'll do this. And obviously you just saw us spend a ridiculous amount of gold, but again, we're making it up. So, it's not a big deal. As long as you can make up the cost, it's completely fine. Exquisite. Now, Naklo has instantly become incredibly more valuable because they're the only city you have that I have here that will produce metal wares. So, that is something you're going to want to keep an eye on, and I mean that because now, since it's your only city that can produce metal wares, you're going to need to make sure they can produce a lot of them because it's an extremely valuable resource, especially early and mid-game, because they are needed to create everything. Eventually, it'll get to the point when I accidentally activated the trader. Dang it. Or wait, oh, no, they weren't at the area yet. Never mind. So, I had to do this manually, but that's completely fine. Because now here we go. We can continue the expansion of this road, which is again something you need because traders start taking that road.
I'm sure that you would like a better alliance.
Doesn't matter to me. We're still technically at war because they declared war on them. That is fine. Yeah, I don't mind giving up that. We don't have any meat to give up, so I don't really care. But yeah, perfectly fine. I don't really care. doesn't cost me too much, and at the same time we get neutrality. So that also might be a lesson there. You might want to avoid making certain alliances, military alliances, because it can get you into unnecessary wars. So unnecessary wars are a big problem. So that is just something to keep in mind, because yeah, it can drag you into things you might not want to be in overall, and it can be frustrating having to consistently make peace with people. I had a group once in one of my playthroughs where guys and rivals consistently kept declaring war on each other, and it was just to the point where I had to degrade my alliance, because it was just to the point where that wasn't worth it anymore. It just was not worth doing that anymore. It was just I spent too much gold. I would spend way too much gold trying to make peace with everything. Gdansk is not gaining any more favorability because my trade routes aren't as profitable.
Let's disappear.
But you can now see that there's another group of bandits wandering around, which is again annoying, but at the same time, it's not a big deal. Your cities are growing. You're getting powerful. Your rivals kind of stagnate a little bit as well with you. So at this point in time, if you wanted to expand to here, expand up here. Yeah, like I said, Red declared war on Yellow again, or Orange again, and we literally just made peace with Red. So it might be beneficial to degrade one of these alliances. It is what it is. It's frustrating. It's annoying. It's something you can deal with.
What exactly are you offering me, and what do you want in exchange?
Something you might want to do. We're gonna ignore Gdansk for a while because it's not doing anything. So I have a plan for that. Go to a different city.
What exactly are you?
You know, you're trading with the other groups of people as well. Use that. Use that to every bit of your advantage. The fact that you're trading with other groups of people is extremely nice because
I accept your offer.
Now I'm increasing my value
What
or trade
exactly
with
are
them.
you offering me,
Now,
and what do you want in exchange?
in terms of my last advice for the
What exactly are you
walkthrough
offering me, and what do you
here
want in
tutorial,
Oh, you have something to offer me.
in making money, it sometimes
accept
might be
your offer.
beneficial to increase and maintain a relationship with a rival. And there's a couple reasons why with that. Rivals have a lot of cities, right? Obviously, they have a lot, as you can see. But
How wonderful to
now
see.
that you can see that,
What do you wish to discuss with me?
this might be beneficial to maintain this alliance. Why?
Oh,
Well, I don't
you
know,
have something
because
to offer me.
now I've been trading with these guys for a while now, right? So, down.
Your demands are too high.
Can't purchase the city. This is where things will get kind of annoying. I suggest doubling it. I offered roughly 47,000. That's annoying, first of all, because you're nearly doubling the price you would have paid for Gdansk, right? That's just frustrating. But he's also your rival, so he's going to try to take every little ounce of everything from you. So, well, that happens. Yeah. So, this alliance here, you can see, probably not worth it anymore.
Oh,
I've just gotten
you
war
have
declared
something
on
to
me by
offer me.
two just separate peoples, and it was just due to the fact that I was allied with them. 80,000 for the town.
Why should I?
Pastries, perfectly fine. I'll do it. That's completely okay
How
with me.
wonderful to see.
But now I can go to Karlova,
Do you
or
wish to
Karyova.
discuss with me?
I can buy that city now. 2. Don't have to maintain a relationship or anything, but now I have an extra city out of it. So, why not, right? Perfect. Once I'm done purchasing the cities I want, I'll probably buy Budapest and I'll buy Karyova. I probably can't buy anything else. I might be able to get Belgrade, but I can get Belgrade, yeah. I actually can get a lot of these cities, believe it or not, looks like. Budweiser. Split, can't get. Shruker, whatever. Belgrade, no. They just built Sofia, no. So I can get these 3 cities. Probably relatively easy, to be completely honest with you.
How
So,
wonderful to see you.
that is
What
fine.
do you wish to discuss with me?
I have this city now. But what this
You have
does
something to offer me?
is now we have a set standard of what he's valuing his cities at, right? And we can already see we've made back the money. Carry over, hours, boom, another city, right? And we increase our power. So, the reason I don't suggest immediately degrading that relationship is because of the fact that, you know, that could happen. But since that happened, it probably is beneficial to degrade your relationship a wee bit. And on top of that, we're going to want to discuss potential peace terms with Brown, because we're going to be incredibly close to them. And they, you know, just sieged the city we purchased. So, in this
What do you have
case,
to offer?
offer peace, because we don't have an army. You literally just saw we don't have an army. Gold, and we're going to want an alliance to neutrality. It's going to cost you an arm and a leg for this. And this is why, I mean, these can be frustrating. Just had to spend 100,000 gold to make peace. But the city's no longer besieged, and we don't have to really worry about a war or losing any cities to Brown, which is fine. I don't mind biting the brunt of that cost, purely because we can make up that cost. That's why gold and expansion with gold is your primary subject here. Yes, we haven't made anything over 400,000, really, but we've maintained a point where we haven't been in desperate need of money, and we make money very quickly. I've expanded ridiculously quick, so I don't care. That's the way I see it. I just don't care. I make gold. And now, we have a new trade route that will go to Gdansk, which in my eyes, perfectly fine.
Is ready.
We got a new trade route that goes in the area, so we can expand in that area. We'll go to Belgrade, Budapest. Again, we have a set standard of what he's valuing his cities at now. Keep in mind, levels of the city matter. So certain levels of the city may cost more than the others.
You are asking for too much and offer too little.
That's right. Your relationship deteriorates a bit. Boom, perfect.
Oh, you have something to offer me?
So, not commodities, gold. I think Budapest was level 3, so anywhere from 80,000, as we've seen, will be good. He might ask for a little bit more, a little bit less. Perfectly fine. We get Budapest now. And go to Belgrade. We'll buy Belgrade. Right, why not? It's a level 2 city. Belgrade is a level 2 city.
You have something to offer me.
Level 2 city is going to be worth a little bit less than level 3, obviously, as you saw. So, 70,000, give or take. Belgrade. Now, this is what I'm going to do here. Now that I've purchased 4 cities,
Wonderful to see.
degrade alliance. Yeah, down to a peace agreement. It obviously decreases your relationship with them. But, now you're no longer going to be dragged into anyone else's war. So, not only did I just get 4 cities, now I have increased my power and wealth by a ridiculous amount, because now I get an extra 4 traders, and all I had to do was buy cities with money I have an abundance of. So that, in my eyes, is an absolute win. And on top of that, I nearly doubled my kingdom. So, which in a way is perfectly fine to me. So I've gotten 4 cities. Orange is extremely less powerful now. So you gain control of a large chunk of area. Now all that's left is making peace with red. So that is something that I'm going to want to do, because red keeps raiding my trade routes. So how do we solve that? Send a scout over to the city. It's fine. But
We're practically there.
send it to Pisa. Keep in mind, your scout might get attacked as well, because it's a soldier. But, have that there. But now I get
What do you have to offer?
conduct diplomacy, and I can make peace with this guy. I don't know what peace I will need to sacrifice.
No, I cannot.
Readjust
What do
a
you have to
little
offer?
bit, so probably 15,000 or so. Yeah, neutrality it is. So we lost a lot of gold, which is again completely fine. We increased a lot in development. We have 9 development points. So, like I said, early game it kind of matters. Late game, it starts becoming less and less important. Focus on doing your infrastructure now, and production. Those are going to be the ones you're going to want to focus on the most. Grain is fine. That jewelry is the most valuable resource in this game, so if you have the ability to get jewelry, perfectly fine. Do it. Get it. Might not be able to create it for a while because it takes pottery and metal wares to create, so there is that. But now we have quite a big power base. We have a lot of traders, we have a lot of people, but now that you own these cities, these are extremely valuable areas. Use it to your advantage. Go to less productive areas. Less productive areas are extremely nice purely because of the fact that they're exactly what they are. They're less productive, so they need more. So they'll need more things. And then send that guy out. Also, as you grow, carts will eventually be doubled. So now it's 1k with just 5 carts instead of it just being 500. So that's perfectly nice too. Regional trade routes are beneficial too because it allows you to trade resources within your empire and not have to worry about the fact that
Here we go.
you know, you're gonna have a shortage on certain things. So regional trade routes I do recommend by all means. I'm not even gonna include the like I guess the older part of the empire. I'm just gonna do the younger part of it because now that creates a regional route.
The journey begins.
So they not have to worry about going up there. Like I said, these alliances prove beneficial. There's 3 building squads up there. These guys are improving my roads, and I had to do nothing. He improved this one and this one without even me having to spend a dime on it. That's why I don't care. That's why sometimes I improve roads, sometimes I don't, because you'll end up getting resources built for you. But now also you're trading more with Gdansk, and I don't know how quickly that will happen, but at the end of the day I'm making a lot of gold. I'm going to be trading a ridiculous amount. He's probably going to want to increase the relationship. I'm declining that purely because of the fact that I'm not getting dragged into unnecessary wars. But now all you could do is look at your trade and your gold, and it's going to do nothing but go up. And that is your tutorial of how to make money in this game, because at the end of the day, all it requires is you just focusing on industry, focusing on growing, focusing on creating supply and demand, and making sure raiders, traders, or raiders and bandits are not interrupting your supply lines. As you can see, I got raided over here. So that is something you're going to want to deal with. But like we know, we have soldiers, we can send them down, wait, or find their home. They're not going to be at a ruin, right? They'll have a camp. So again, sounds perfect. They're running back down here, right? Actually, that's a mercenary group. We have a saber group. They disappeared right here. So their camp, most likely nearby. Or it could be wild animals, right? But we did see a group of sabers, of sabermen nearby. So it could be the fact that they are somewhere along here. But it could have been those mercenaries we saw earlier as well. Or it could be... They did say sabers fighters, so I don't know exactly where they are. But they came from over here. Bandits. Yep. The fact that they came from over here means they're most likely somewhere in this area. Which is fine.
Let's get to it.
Now we have a general idea of where they are. And where they are is where we found them. So... again, with what we have, we might not be able to defeat it right away, purely because of the fact we also took some damage and didn't resupply. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Do what you can. Let your soldiers replenish when they need it, or just add more soldiers. So let them grow. Belgrade might not also be able to support it, so make sure they can be supported where they are and can grow. So that is something to keep in mind as well. Here, I guess I'll let's do an archer group just so that we have a little bit of variety in what we have, right? But once they're done, we'll send everyone out full sail, basically. But it'll be a bit before they can grow. If you have a shortage on people, simple, just expand. If you expand there, they'll have more people available. Your replenishments will go up a bit quicker because they have people. As you can see, the traders are going to get consistently harassed by these Sabres groups until you deal with them outright. But as you can see, they're finding replenishments relatively quickly. Once these grow, there's going to be more room to expand the city. So while it is frustrating consistently getting raided and attacked, you're going to need to really focus in on hunker down on getting what it is you need to get done. So we know where that bandit camp is. It's up here. So just go to the bandit hideout. Got the South Slavs this time instead of the Western ones. And now you have, with the archers there, you basically caught it. It's no match for whatever it is you have. They're gonna produce warriors here and there, but do not worry about it. Keep in mind there are other fighters out there and about, but bandit camp destroyed.
It's not too far.
And there we go. And then here we can just kind of focus on gathering and getting materials. Gdansk has been fully
Offer for me.
at the right price now.
A good offer for me.
So now it's just a matter of regaining that relationship. That's why it's important to make sure your relationship with people are good, but at the same time make sure you can also purchase their city. Because I didn't check on that instance and it came to bite me in the ass because I spent all those resources. At the end of the day I couldn't even buy the city. This guy probably again offering the military alliance. He's offering more gold. I'm saying no purely because of the fact that it's not in my favor to go into an alliance where I'm consistently getting war declared on me when I in fact have no army. So that's something just to keep an eye on. This tutorial series is going to be a lot longer than expected because there's a lot that goes into this game. This game isn't just pick it up and go. There is so much into this game you need to consider, keep in mind, organize, and keep track of, because you have a lot of relationships and things you need to maintain up. There's no easy way to make money in this game. This is me sitting down for about 2 hours trying to explain what it is that is required to maintain and build an empire in this game. And as you can see, it's clearly not easy because you have a lot to deal with. You have your rivals, you're getting war declared on you, you have bandits raiding your trade routes. It's frustrating having to maintain it all. I know how to do this because I've been playing this game for years. It was relatively difficult for me to pick it up at first, but now it's second-hand knowledge to me. It's super easy for me to pick this game up and just be like, alright, I need this, this, and this, and this. And as you can see, me playing for the last 2 hours, I went from one city to many, many more. And now I can start expanding on ways I never really cared for. I have Königsberg, which I purchased, which is smaller or bigger than my own starting city. Your starting city doesn't have to be your best city. It can be, but it doesn't have to be your best. What I like to do is have regional capitals. So Gdansk, while Gdansk might be my starting city, Warsaw will probably become my major city in this area just because it's in the center of everything. It's in the middle of these two areas. Budapest will also probably become a prominent area, or Belgrade, because Belgrade's in the middle of my rivalry here. Budapest is the border of my rival here, and sort of the border with Blue over here, and also connects my own empire. So I'm going to want to maintain Budapest as well. And those are going to be something I want. These cities right here might become less important. These cities here will expand and collapse based off of certain importance. Kosic here or whatever, or Naklo, probably Kosic more, will become more of a prominent city because it's self-sufficient. Everything in this city can be made in this city. Coal and metal make metal wares. Coal makes pottery. Pottery and metal wares make jewelry. And with the jewelry, jewelry is the most expensive thing and most profitable thing you can get in this game. So, that city will probably become more prominent than Budapest or Belgrade, purely because of the fact that city's more valuable to me. You know? It has such a grand access to everything that I want that city to be amazing. But, given how things are, and as time goes on, we are more profitable, more expansive, we are everything, we have more money, Gdansk is going to be worth more.
Are you trying to
right?
Our relationship?
And I mean worth a lot more. And they're going to see that too. I should be ashamed of this offer. So that means it's more than double. They're expecting more than 100,000 gold for this city. At the start of this, we were barely making 20,000 gold. And the expanse of me doing this, I'm almost at 1 million. Which is fine by me. Now, 220,000.
No, that won't.
Still not convinced, and I have to wait another 9 months to get to this relationship. It'll be past depleted at this point. Might as well just wait, because I'll have to purchase a new way of bringing the relationship up past 80% again, which not a bad thing. Annoying, but not a bad thing. Perfect. I'll take that. I don't know where that is. I'm just getting free gold at that point. I would assume there's a road that leads to nothing over here. Oh, so there's a city I probably haven't seen over there yet, which is kind of funny to me. Which is ironic. I should be able to find that city or somewhere. It's probably up there, and I just haven't seen it yet. So that is funny though that happened.
Good. I like your offer.
I'm glad you like my offer.
Accept your offer.
Gave him 200,000 gold. I didn't mean to give him that much because I forgot that it's going up by hundreds of thousands now. Keep that in mind. It's going up by hundreds of thousands now that I'm over 1 million gold. So not tens of thousands. So that was a mistake on my part, but one we can live with.
You're asking for too much.
I increased it by 30,000 gold. Still not enough. So it's probably a good thing that I did that and spent that gold on it, because now I just don't have to worry about it depleting over time, because I can replenish that gold. And the spans that it's going to take me to wait this, I will have already regained the gold I had lost. Which, in my eyes, a great trade-off.
I like your offer.
Don't even care what it takes to purchase this city. I've now purchased this, and now I have the entire region of my area. I have gained the entirety of Poland, and now, or at least the majority of control of Poland, and now Poland is mine, and I get the general, which is this guy. He's a knight, Lezik the Honest, which is also good because now if I unlock the ability to make knights, I can then have knights in my area. So there you have it, guys. I told you I'd end it when I got to Gdansk. I've gotten to Gdansk, and I have not only just taken my region, but I've purchased my way into other areas as well. And purchasing things is a great way of expanding and not having to deal with war, because armies, as you've seen, are a lot to upkeep and maintain. I have turned the 400,000 I had into 1.2 million, which is completely great for me because all I did was expand and trade and built an empire through trade, which is the main point of this game. The main point of this game is to trade and to make money. You can't support an army without making money. These 4 units I have will not be able to besiege a city. You can make an army of 20 mercenaries. Those 20 mercenaries will lose morale by the time it takes to take a third of the city. So not even worth it in my eyes. Really, that is how you make money. That is how you get to do things in this game. And that is the tutorial. That'll probably be a 4-part thing now that I think about it to this game, unless I edit it down to one small video, but that's going to be incredibly hard to do with what I have here. Alright, peace. If you enjoyed, please like this video because it really lets me know you're enjoying this content. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. The links are right here for you to click on, and the Discord chat link is right here as well. And overall, I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.